Well, hello again everyone. It's Sunday morning and it's time to crack on with this diesel heater project. Bit of a marathon day yesterday, wasn't it? But I was very pleased that we got some heat on in the van using it. Right, well the whole thing is still laid loose on this plywood plate straight onto the floor. You could still lift it all up if it wasn't connected to the exhaust and everything down there. So first thing I'm going to do is fix this down with some screws and cups. Now I'm going to come a little way inside because I want to leave space to put some sort of enclosure around. Right, now that's done, I'm just going to pull the van up onto the ramps again because I want to get some underseal jollop stuff just on the underneath of that plate. Right, well the battery's been on charge overnight, so that's fully charged. So let's just see if the bonnet catch is working again properly after all that greasing. Well, that seems greatly improved. Right, now I'm going to move the motorhome back round to the garage. So let's reconvene there shortly. Right, well, in amongst all that palaver, the old workbench has got a little bit cluttered. So before I move on to the next stage, I think I'm just going to have a little round up there. Well, there we go. That's much better look. Meticulously tidy. A place for most things and several things in their place. Well, the next job, of course, is to build some sort of ventilated enclosure around here to neaten it all up a little bit. And we also need somewhere to build in the outlet and also, of course, the marvellous knob panel. Now I've got in the garage this quite nice perforated MDF sheet, and I bought this many years ago when I made a new door for the airing cupboard. And we've also got some tongue groove boarding. Now this is left over from when we made our wooden bath panel, and by chance the groove in the tongue and groove bit of the boarding is exactly the right fit for this perforated panel, just like that. Now Mr. Ginge has suggested that this is what we could use to make the front for our sort of boxing in. So I'm going to begin by ripping this down a little bit, and I think if I rip it down to maybe about there-ish, that's probably about 30 mil, then that will be sufficient for our framing. Well, I've measured up for that space around the heater, and I've drawn myself a little plan so I know what I'm doing. Right, so now I've got to make a frame for the front with that ventilated grill on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some uprights first, because I don't want to see the end grain really at any stage. So I'm going to cut the uprights first at 200mm each, and then we'll work out how much shorter the long way bits need to be. So there we go, there's our basis for our frame. Now what I worked out was that the 480 take away 2 lots of 32 for each side, give me 416 for these lengthy bits. So that's what I've cut them at. Now I measured the gap that's left inside, and I measured the depth of the little tongue and groove channel thing, which was about 12mm. Now I don't want to make it super tight, so I just allowed 10 for that. So I've taken the measurements that I took for that inside hole and added 20 to each one, obviously 10 for each side. So that means I'll cut a bit of that perforated MDF, 435 by 56mm. Well, measure twice, cut once, the old saying goes, and I realised before I cut that 36 and 56 were way too small, of course. So what I actually measured was 136, not 36. So I added another 100 on to that measurement. And yeah, this is what we've got mocked up for that front. So what I need is some method of fixing the corners, obviously. And for ease of doing that, I'm just going to make up some little ply angle bits, I suppose you'd call them. So there we go, there is the front panel. Now to make the side panels. And for that, of course, we need to refer back to our drawing. So I need another piece, or another 4 pieces actually, of that trim, 200mm long. And then I need to do a similar calculation to knock out the width for the end bit things. Well, Mr. Ginge and I have been looking at this front panel, and to be honest, it's not taken particularly well. It's a bit floppy. I was a bit lazy in stapling those plates at the back and hoping the glue would hold. I think it will on the side panels, but this front panel, yeah, I should have jointed it up a bit more carefully. I don't know. Anyway, I found these brass plates, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to screw these brass plates on just to hold the whole thing a bit more rigid. And I think that'll look quite nice. Right, now I'm just going to mark down 2 holes on each side, nice and accurately, and drill through for some screws. We'll countersink screws in just to fix those side panels on. Well, there you go. I've clamped it up a little bit, so hopefully that glue will hold it together a little bit better. It's quite difficult to make something very lightweight. Didn't want to make anything too heavy, obviously, for the van. But it's 5 o'clock now, and yeah, I've been working on this all day. I'm pretty knackered, so yeah, I want to go in and have some tea, and I'll see you on the next video. Well, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends. Give the like button a press. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see some more.